Hi, my name is Samer Khalil, and today I'm presenting my project, the Personal Finance Management Application, or PFMA. The main goal of this app is to help users better manage their personal finances by giving them a simple and effective way to track their expenses, set up budgets, view spending patterns, and get insights into their financial habits. In our daily lives, managing money can be challenging. Most people struggle with keeping track of their spending or staying within a budget. This app aims to simplify that process by offering tools to keep users informed and aware of their financial habits. It's designed to be intuitive and user friendly, catering to both experienced users and those who might be new to managing their finances digitally. Now, first, there's expense tracking. This feature allows users to quickly log their expenses as they go about their daily lives. They can categorize their spending, whether it's on groceries, rent, entertainment, or other items, by filling out a simple form. This helps them keep track of where their money's going. The second key task is budget setting. Users can set limits on their spending for various categories. So, for example, they can set a weekly grocery budget or a monthly rent budget. The app uses a progress bar to show users how close they are to spending their limit, providing visual feedback to help them stay on track. Now, next is the financial reporting. This feature allows users to generate a detailed report based on their spending data. They can create reports for different time frames, quickly or monthly, quarterly, or yearly, and focus on specific categories. This makes it easy to analyze their spending over time and identify trends. Now, the fourth task we have is bank account integration. Users can securely link their bank accounts to the PFMA, allowing for automatic transaction updates. This feature saves users time because they don't have to manually input every transaction. They can simply see all their spending data in one place. And then finally, there's the spending analytics. This feature provides visual insights into the user's spending patterns using pie charts and line graphs. By breaking down expenses in a visual format, users can quickly identify areas where they're overspending or where they might want to cut back. Now, going here to the walkthroughs. To evaluate how effective the design is, I perform task-centered walkthroughs. So this means I walk through each of the core tasks as if I was a user trying to accomplish specific goals within the app. The idea was to see how well the app supports these goals and whether it provides the right feedback and guidance. Now, for instance, during the walkthrough of expense tracking, I entered different expenses in categories like groceries and rent and checked how the app responded. I was particularly focused on whether success messages were displayed clearly after submitting an expense. When I walked through the budget setting feature, I set up a budget for a specific category like dining out. I then tested out how the progress bar updated as new expenses were added. I tried to get that working correctly on the back end, but it was a little hard to get going. So for now, that's not fully functioning the way it should be. It was important to check whether the progress bar visually represented how close the user was to exceeding their budget, giving them a real-time feedback if it was to correctly work there. The walkthroughs were crucial in identifying usability issues, ensuring that every task, from logging expenses to generating reports, could be completed efficiently and smoothly. So now for the prototypes, before developing the final interface, I created some low fidelity prototypes. These are basically quick sketches of the interface design that help visualize how the app would look and function. Starting with paper sketches or simple wireframes allowed me to test different design ideas without spending too much time on detailed development. I ended up using Figma specifically for the final low fidelity prototypes. For example, I made several sketches for the expense tracking page to figure out the best placement for input fields, drop downs, and charts. I tested different layouts for the form where users input their expenses to ensure it was easy to understand and use. I also sketched different designs for the budget setting page, particularly focusing on how to present the budget progress bar. Even though it didn't go the way exactly I wanted, but I did want users to be able to easily see if they were on track with their spending. Different prototypes allowed me to test and compare the effectiveness of like different layouts. After creating these sketches, I performed evaluations to determine which designs offered the best user experience. I chose the layouts that made the tasks easy to complete, provided clear feedback, and looked visually appealing. The process of iterating through the designs helped refine the overall interface and made sure it was optimized for user needs. Now, onto the technologies used. The final PFMA interface was built using mainly a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, the core technologies of web development. HTML was used for structuring the content of the app, while CSS was used for styling and making sure the design looked clean and consistent. For adding dynamic elements like showing the success messages or navigating between pages, I used JavaScript, which played a big role. I made the interface interactive, allowing the app to respond to user actions. One of the key features of the app is its use of visual data representation. For this, I used a library called chart.js. It's a JavaScript library, by the way, that makes it easy to create different types of charts and graphs like bar charts, pie charts, and line charts. These visualizations are a central part of the app's analytics, helps users quickly understand their spending patterns without needing to look at raw numbers. This combination of technologies made it possible for me to create a functioning and user-friendly prototype that covers the core aspects of a personal finance management app. Now, for design choices, when designing the app, I focused on keeping the interface as simple and user-friendly as possible. The goal was to make sure anyone, regardless of their tech skills or financial knowledge, could easily navigate and use the app. For example, I used I used drop-down menus and clearly labeled input fields to make entering data quick and easy. Each page provides clear feedback, so when a user adds an expense or sets a budget, a success message appears confirming the action. Visual charts are a big part of the design, like I mentioned before. Bar charts and pie charts help users quickly understand their spending habits without having to analyze tables and numbers. By presenting the data visually, users can see trends at a glance and make more informed financial decisions. The design is also consistent across all pages, so with similar button placements, input field styles, and color schemes. This helps users feel comfortable as they move between tasks and makes the app feel more cohesive. Alright, so now we have the interface screenshots. First, we have the login page. It's pretty straightforward, allows users to enter their username and password with feedback showing whether the login was successful. Next is the expense tracking page. Users can quickly add their expenses, choosing from a set of predefined categories. The bar chart visualizes their spending by the category. The budget setting page allows users to set spending limits for each category and view their progress using a progress bar. This provides a quick visual overview of how close they are to their budget limits. The financial reporting section helps users generate reports for specific time frames, which can then be downloaded in formats like PDF or CSV for further analysis. For bank account integration, users can link their bank account securely, making it easier to automatically update their transactions on the app. Lastly, the spending analytics page shows the user's spending habits over time using pie charts and line graphs. This helps the users identify any changes in their spending pattern and take action if needed. Now, to conclude, the PFMA aims to offer an effective, user-friendly tool for managing personal finances. The app covers essential financial tasks like tracking expenses, setting budgets, analyzing spending habits, and generating reports. While the system currently works well and provides a good user experience, there is always room for further improvements. For example, providing more detailed feedback, simplifying error messages, and enhancing the user interface could help make the app even better. Overall, the design choices made were focused on creating a user-centered experience that simplifies financial management, making it accessible for anyone looking to take control of their spending and budgeting. And other than that, appreciate you for watching, and just let me know if there's any questions.